All right, let's jump into this because I'm tired of stalling here. Start with Belgium.
Yeah.
Or the number two team in the world, Belgium. They enter their 14th final with some of the best players in the world. That's not up for debate. And a dream to make it to the final game. They haven't made it to that final game yet. They're in the back end of what they've called their golden generation. Um, and listen, that golden generation helped them magnificently um, to get out of Group E in UEFA qualifying. Do you know who they played? Do you want to know?
I can only imagine.
Oh my God, it was ridiculous. I can't believe they got a group like this. So difficult. Belarus, which I'm pretty sure is the size of like Delaware. Estonia, the Czech Republic, and Wales were, we joke a lot here, but this is probably one of the tougher UEFA groups we've seen. So five teams: Belarus, Estonia, Czech Republic, Wales. Um, Former Everton legend Roberto Martinez leading this group, assisted by another Red Bull legend, Thierry Henry. Um, Trying to make it all the way. They had a very good run in 2020 Euros, all the way to the quarterfinals. They made it to semis in 2018, and were second place in their Nations League group. Like we talked about, this is our last golden generation run. A lot of these guys are going to be done after this, so you know that they're going to give it everything they got.
Yeah.
Speaking of giving it everything they got, how have they? What have they been giving to their last couple games?
They've been giving Nations League games, and that I believe, as you said, they finished second in their Nations League group, correct?
They did.
Yes. So they're actually on a surprisingly good run of form, even despite finishing second in their Nations League, which includes a 6-1 win against 26th ranked Poland, 1-1 draw against 19th ranked Wales, a 1-0 win against Poland, a 2-1 win against Wales, and then a 1-0 loss against 8th ranked Netherlands to round it out. So overall, pretty good. Um, Honestly, that run of form, I would think, would win a group, but I would imagine the loss to the Netherlands is probably what sank those chances. But yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, so lots of goals out of there too, right? We talked about that. So Kevin De Bruyne, Michy Batshuayi, Yuri Tielemans, Axel Witsel, Trossard, Den Donker, lots and lots of goals coming from various people. So um, one of those people is a key player for me. Goes by the name Kevin De Bruyne. And punch for punch, he is the greatest footballer on the face of the earth right now. He is one of my all-time favorite players that has never played for one of my teams. Like he doesn't displace Alex Mouille on my list, but like if we took all of the players who played for Everton and Red Bull out, he's up there. Um, by the way, that has to be like 9 episodes straight. We've got an Alex Mouille reference in there, so
Yeah, and all 9 of them were made by you.
you're dang right. You're dang right. Um, he's got great vision. I mean, you watch him play, and it's like this is how you want to teach everybody how to play the game. Inch perfect passes. He can run at you with pace. He can score the ball. He can pass the ball. He can defend well. He is probably one of the best players at this tournament, if not the best. If you don't know who he is, you have to look him up. I mean, we can talk all day about him, but you should know who he is.
Yeah, I would assume if he's one of the best players in the world, if not the best player, he's going to be one of the best players at the World Cup. So
You would hope. You
this
would
is the
hope.
analysis people pay for, I'm sure.
They don't pay us yet. They don't pay us yet.
I'm just thinking as I'm looking through like my list of top players here that at some point in time Chelsea has had, I think, every single key piece of the Belgium golden generation. And but the sad part is not a single one of them plays for the team currently.
That's true. Very true.
Speaking of guys that don't play for the team currently, Romelu Lukaku is my top one of my top players
Everton goat.
and Chelsea goat, of
We don't
course.
care. Nobody asked.
I asked.
I did not.
I brought it up first. Currently at Inter Milan, on loan, might I add, so technically still a Chelsea player in the grand scheme of things.
Is he really?
I believe so. Yeah, it's just a loan, and I don't even think there's an option to buy if I remember correctly. So he will be coming back to the team unless they agree to a deal later on. But that's not what we're here for. Lukaku on his best, we know he's one of the deadliest strikers in the world. The only issue is that lately he really hasn't been at his best. For Chelsea last season, he struggled a lot. Really couldn't like get into like good form, good consistent form with the team. Obviously he'd show up here and there for some good performances, but the consistency definitely was not there. And this season for Milan, I don't know if he's been injured. I'm not sure the situation. I would imagine he's been hurt at some point, but he's only had 4 appearances with 1 goal and 1 assist. So not a ton of game time. Nations League, he only played 1 game for Belgium. World Cup qualifying, though, he was very good. He had 5 goals and 1 assist in 4 games. So that just kind of shows like the difference in level of what could be for Lukaku. You get the 5 goals, 1 assist in 4 games, or you can get the 1 goal, 1 assist in 4 games. So I think he's going to be a key factor in what level he can take Belgium to. Because if he's on and he's scoring, this is a team easily threatening to win the whole thing.
It's really funny after you made that comment about Chelsea players basically running the Belgian team. I looked, all of my key players are former Chelsea players.
Yeah, mine too.
My question is, how do you know Romelu Lukaku on his best day is one of the best strikers in the world? You never saw that for Chelsea, only for Everton.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I saw what he did at Inter Milan.
I didn't. I only saw what he did at Everton. Goat.
Well, you should open your eyes then.
I only watch good teams. Stop. My next player, Eden Hazard. On his day, a single top 5 best player in the world. You will not be able to argue that against me. I will die before that is something I concede. His ability to run at you at pace, create space, assist, score, dribble, every aspect of the attacking game, he has perfect. His defensive work rate is pretty good. It all depends on what Hazard shows up. We know that he struggled at Real Madrid with injuries and getting on the field, falling out of favor with managers. But knowing that this might be his last run at World Cup glory, do we see that old Eden Hazard come back? And do we see him take it to that next level? I think we do. And I think we see a revival of Eden Hazard on the world stage in 2022.
There's nothing more than I would like than to see that.
You and me both. You and me both.
Genuinely, and I haven't had, the opportunity to watch other guys consistently like Messi and Ronaldo, but considering he was at Chelsea for so long, he was the most exciting and talented player that I got to watch. I mean, it was such a joy to be able to watch him week in, week out and just tear teams apart. I mean, the Chelsea like social media page will post goals or like amazing runs from him. And it just brings back so much nostalgia being able to watch him just tear defenses apart. The only issue is I really just don't think he's that same player anymore. I don't even think it's like a consistency thing. Like I think he's just not at that level anymore. And it sucks to say that because he's one of my favorite players ever. But I mean, obviously I'll hope that he can get to that level for this World Cup. Maybe that added bonus of this really being the last run for the golden generation helps, but I'm not gonna get like I'm not gonna jump the gun on him being at that level that he was at when he was at Chelsea.
No, I agree. I think prepping these last couple of teams, I picked with my heart more than I did current form. So I fell into that trap a little bit. But who's your other key player?
I've got another former Chelsea player, Thibaut Courtois.
Way.
We love a bit of goalkeeper here.
We love a good goalkeeper.
Playing for Madrid this season. Shockingly, I was literally just checking this as we were talking. He has 10 appearances so far in La Liga, not a single clean sheet, which that kind of blew my mind. I can't believe he doesn't have one this season. But we know what he did last season. He was unbelievable, arguably the best goalkeeper in the world. Hasn't had that same level so far this season. even for Belgium, hasn't really been at that same level. He had 2 games at the Nations League, no clean sheets. And in World Cup qualifying, he had 5 games and only 1 clean sheet. So, I mean, across the different competitions that I collected, that's 17 appearances and 1 clean sheet, which is not a great track record. Obviously, not going to always be his fault. There may be defensive slip ups in front of him, but we know what Thibaut Courtois can do. He can be one of the best goalkeepers in the world, and he did it as recently as last season. So I'm not counting him out. I can definitely think he will be a super crucial player for them. I don't think he's going to be super busy considering the guys in front of him are very good. But if he can step up and make those couple of key crucial saves, that's a huge difference maker for the team.
Yep. I mean, he's got the one clean sheet that matters in the UEFA Champions League final of last season.
Mm-hmm.
Just watching him play that game put him in I mean, we talked about how Keylor Navas is pretty disrespected as a goalkeeper. I think Thibaut Courtois is very close on that list, even though he is the goalkeeper that was used to disrespect Keylor Navas. He is still up there. People didn't rate him before that. And I am one of them. I'll put my hand up and say, yeah, he's okay. He's not great. Watching what he did in that Champions League final, as a goalkeeper myself, made my jaw drop. Like, it was unbelievable what he was able to do to keep Liverpool off the board. Great shot stopper, really good at controlling his box. Been with this team for a while, the Belgian side, so good chemistry with his back line, good organizer. They're going to be tough to break down, and even when they do, they still have to get through that last layer, which is Courtois. Good luck. That's all I got to say. Give me a starting 11. What you think might happen in their starting 11?
Sure. So I went with a 3-4-2-1 here.
Me too.
Nice. Okay, good. So I've gone with Courtois in goal, obviously. A back 3 defense of Toby Alderweireld, Jan Vertonghen, and Den Donker. Midfield 4, I've gone with Yannick Carrasco on the left, Tielemans and Witzel in the middle, and then Meunier on the right. The 2 attacking mids, I've got Eden Hazard and De Bruyne, and then up top, I've got Lukaku, and then I also put Batshuayi. And that's just, I guess, in case Lukaku's not either match fit or he's hurt. But I would think Lukaku's the starter on like any normal day.
We were so close. So close. If you weren't so wrong about the right back, we would have been perfect. So yeah, I've got a 3-4-2-1. I've got Courtois, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Den Donker in the back 3. Left to right, I've got Carrasco, Tielemans, Witzel, and Castagne from Leicester. I want to say Leicester.
Yeah, Leicester.
Meunier has been on and off with injuries, and I believe that has kind of held him out of the team and allowed Castagne to move in. And because of that, I don't think he's lost it. He played most of the Nations League games. So I think he's got that spot. KDB, Hazard, and Lukaku, but I also have if Lukaku can't go because of the bicep injury that he got. Must be lifting too much. I put Batshuayi in there as well.
Sick. All right.